All right, we're going to take a few minutes to talk about this concept of equilibrium, where we put supply and demand together. Here's our graph. Price, of course, as always, is on this axis and quantity over here. Here is a curve. We know this is a demand curve, right? D, downward sloping. Here is our supply curve. Now, equilibrium in science means balance. In an econ, it means the point where the quantity supplied equals the quantity demanded, where the two curves cross. It's right here. We call that price the equilibrium price. That price, quantity supplanted equals quantity supplied equals quantity demanded, and the market will clear itself out. All right. This is also called the quantity. At this point, is called the equilibrium quantity. All right. But let's just say, for whatever magical reason, the price was up here. Okay. The quantity supplied, where the price crosses the supply curve, is greater at this price, quantity supplied, than the quantity demanded. We call that a surplus. At this price, suppliers are willing to supply more than demanders are willing to buy. It's called a surplus. And natural market forces are going to want to make that price go back down to bring the market back into equilibrium. If I'm selling, let's say, candy bars, and there's a surplus of them, I'm a seller, no one's buying them, I'm probably going to lower the price. That's an example of market forces at work trying to get a market back in equilibrium. Let's look at another thing that can happen to get a market out of equilibrium. Let's say, for whatever reason, the price is down here. Well, here, at this price, you can see that the quantity demanded, the point on the demand curve, exceeds the quantity supplied. Demanders are wanting more than suppliers are supplying. And this very logically is called a shortage. And competitive market forces are going to want the price to go back up. Again, market for candy bars. I'm selling candy bars, and the quantity demanded is greater than I'm selling. People are lined up around the corner trying to get in my shop to buy candy bars. I'm probably going to raise the price to bring the quantity supplied back in line with the quantity demanded. All right, let's use this equilibrium concept to analyze what's happening in a market. All right, we have the market for candy bars. We're going to stick with that. And let's say that something happens. The price of sugar increases. So step one, I'm not going to write out the steps. Step one is we figure out what's shifting, the supply curve or the demand curve, or both. Well, the price of sugar went up. Sugar is an input in candy bars. Input prices that's a determinant of supply, not demand. So the supply curve is going to shift. Question number two: what direction is it going to shift in? Remember, there's a zero here at the origin. Well, if sugar goes up, suppliers are willing to supply less at the old price, so it's going to be a decrease in supply. So supply is going to decrease, and a decrease in supply is a shift closer to zero, a shift to the left. So we're going to have a new supply curve over here. Step three, use this graph to determine what happens to equilibrium. Here was our old equilibrium. Here's our new equilibrium. What happened to the price? Well, the price went from here to here. Price goes up. And what happened to quantity? Well, the quantity went from here to here. Wow, quantity went down. Okay, so price of sugar goes up. The equilibrium price of candy bars is going to increase, and the amount sold is going to go down. Step number four is a check step. Ask yourself, does that make sense? Yeah, it does. And that's how we're going to analyze markets using this equilibrium framework.